Hello everyone, I'm back with another review. This is my latest knife. This is the Mission MPF-1 uh, titanium, the all titanium model. It's from Mission Knives. Right now these are currently unavailable unless you buy them from a retailer. I found this at Oso Grand Knives. I had to throw that name out there. They were very helpful with me on the phone when I ordered this. Found the one that I wanted. This is the plain edge Tonto version. You'll get back right here. It's a very nice knife. Everything's titanium. The pocket clip, the screws, the slabs, the blade, the thumb stud, everything, the whole knife, all titanium. And from what I've been researching on these, it is something called beta titanium. It's some sort of special blend or mix that Mission had when they were making these. It's supposed to be damn near indestructible from what I've been reading and looking up. It's just a really great knife. It's something, it's more for a niche market. I mean, in saying that an all titanium knife may seem impractical to some people, especially because the blade being titanium, a big gripe from people is that it doesn't hold an edge. But from the little time I've had this, I mean, it's been performing great. It has a very thick grind that may have to be thinned down a little bit. There's some high rate sandpaper in here, but other than that, it's a very great knife. I mean, for the kind of cutting tasks that I do, that most America is going to do, um, really the blade edge holding on this really wouldn't make that much of a difference, except to those of us out there that are knife aficionados, blade snobs, steel snobs. Then of course there's better options out there for edge holding if that's what you're wanting. This knife I chose with my tax refund that my wife was gracious enough to say, okay, go ahead and get it. I was either going to get it with her knowing, or I was going to get it somehow on the side. So at least with her stamp of approval, I can walk around with it and say, hey, look what I got, other than having to hide the box when UPS showed up, which I'm sure some of us do. This ran me $349, so $350. No shipping cost at Oso Grand Knives for high purchase like this. Took about 3 business days from UPS to get here. It was UPS ground. Not my favorite, not the fastest, but patience was a virtue on this. It actually made me appreciate the knife even that much more when I got it. So we have just a few quick stats. This is 9.25 inches overall length, 9.25 from butt to the tip, 4-inch blade from you know, the hilt or ricasso, depending on what you call it, to the tip. 5.25 inches closed. So yes, it is a very big knife when it's closed. You can use that like a Kobatan, as you've, of course I always bring that up, because you never know. I'm an officer, a deputy actually, and if I'm wrestling on the ground or something like that happens, of course I'm already SOL by that point. But if I can just slip this out of my cargo pocket, which I have on my uniform, if I can slip that out, just get a good grip on it, and you just start hitting on both ends actually, and just pressure points, really dig in there, or just a quick boom right to the temple, just something to get them off of you, get them off, get away, get back on your feet, get some distance. So I always bring that up, but 5.25 inches closed, very, very nice knife, very large in size. And since it is all titanium, it is 5.4 ounces, which is very light considering the size of the knife and how much blade you're actually getting. I was comparing the thickness of the blade to my Paramilitary 2 The Paramilitary 2 stock is 0.14 inches thick. Uh, this is either right at that or a little thicker, so you're getting a lot of blade, a lot of titanium. It's thick all the way to the tip, and the edge, it's very thick edge grind. It's got a switch there too. But I chose plain edge just because I like plain edge. They do have a partially serrated version available at Oso Grand. And I say Oso Grand because these are actually hard to find. They're not in production anymore. I don't know what Mission Knives is planning on doing with their knife line, their folding lineup. Ever since I think the original owner passed away, um, but he knew how to design a great knife. This is some good stuff. Just waiting for the new owners to either put out some new material or at least put these back on the line because it's a really great knife. If you can find one, I would pick one up. It's all titanium. It's non-magnetic. It's not going to attract anything, which of course on the website or anywhere that you find these, the description is going to say for EOD, which is I can't think of it now, but it's explosive ordnance something or other. But that's of course, for military. If they're messing with IEDs or whatnot, it's non-magnetic. It's not going to come up on a scanner. Of course, X-ray machine, but it's not going to come up with a magnetic scanner, and it's not going to make the bomb go boom. However, those things work. But also, being that it's all titanium, every last bit of it, it's also 100% corrosion proof. I don't want to say resistant, it's corrosion proof. 1,000 years from now, when we're all long gone and there's an ice age or whatnot, aliens are going to find this, and it's going to be just like the way it is right now. Maybe put it on display somewhere. But this knife's not going anywhere. It's one to pass down generation. It's a titanium frame lock. It's got a real nice contact on there. The clip is something to gripe about, and I've seen that gripe a lot of places. People that have owned this or do currently own these. It is attached to the pivot. It's underneath the pivot screw. You have it on both sides. It's made for right-hand tip-down carry only. Now it looks, even though you got the screws on both sides, this side is actually sunken in to fit the clip, much like on a Chris Reese Sabenza, where it's actually sunken in. But the only difference, unlike a Sabenza, is that this one might slide back and forth a little bit if you really put some pressure on it. Whereas a Sabenza, it's a perfect knife. It's not going anywhere. So that is one little gripe. It's no big deal to me, but I know some of us out there, for $350, you kind of expect the clip to not move. But it's really great. All the parts can be completely assembled and disassembled with a simple flathead on a SAC Classic, a little $10 knife that everybody carries on a keychain. You can disassemble it with that. The pivots, the 2 screws. So it's just a great knife. It's very comfortable. I don't know if I've gotten an in-hand shot yet. I've been talking away, but it's just really great. The jimping is very functional. It just goes right off the back there. Really great knife. Very comfortable in hand. There's actually a choil right here, if you can see that. You can actually choke up on it, just for finer work, whatnot. But great knife. I'm running out of time. Maybe I'll do an actual user review later. This is just a sort of initial impressions and from carrying it for a few days at work. But I hope you enjoy this. This is probably the second video review you'll ever find on YouTube. This is the only one I could think of. So I hope you enjoyed this, of course. See you guys soon. Take care.